Can you start right at 25, please? Sorry. Notes? Fantastic, thank you. Let's go measure 13. I think that's a forte, please. Oh, no. Try again, 13.
Okay, what time are we at? Yeah, so if you wanted to say anything, you could. If you don't want to, we can dive right into some feedback.
I think I'm okay. I feel maybe 17 couldn't quite have been as piano as I wanted it, but I'm not sure if that's, I'm expecting too much from the ensemble.
Yeah, did you get what you wanted? It seemed like this is where your intent wasn't as clear. You wanted some stress there?
Yeah. But overall, it's soft.
It's soft.
So, yeah.
That one's hard because you're trying to get that stress, but you kind of need to move some larger space to make that happen. We'll experiment with it. See if you can get that stress happen, but in a smaller.
It's a new card.
You know what? Actually, I wrote down here that might help. So we talked about variety. What is one thing you could change that could maybe get it softer? Maybe the space, maybe a different plane. Maybe try that. Go like down here, something. Let's see if that works.
So lower the weight.
Yeah. Still maybe a little smaller than this.
Okay. If you go to before that, 15.
Notice much of a change of where he was going to be?
A little bit, I think. Try not to conduct it before. I think it's automatically split back.
So you're saying like it's just like 1, 2.
Yeah. Okay.
I like the weather.
Go ahead.
I think experimenting with connecting higher would help, but also make your face say something lighter. So I think that will read.
Yeah, maybe they can read the dynamic light color. There's a lot of times, this is sort of an advanced concept where maybe something isn't, if you were to put a volume meter on it, necessarily soft, but it's perceived as soft because the color and the way it's performed is perceived as soft. You know? Does that make sense?
Yeah, just gentler.
Yeah.
Continue. That's how we're going.
That was good. Now try it with what, was it Dylan that said just maybe a little more melding, less 2 and less 4.
Okay, 15.
What was that? Don't confuse. I like this space change because I think as an ensemble, you knew something needed to change, right? You have the dynamic marking in your part, so you need, oh, I need to change something here. I don't know. Did you guys read it like that?
I thought time before this, when you like looked up a little more and changed your face, it made much more of a difference. And this time
Than
you
the
kept
space.
space, but your face went back to it.
Try that one again.
Yeah.
15.
I think you heard the difference.
I felt this the second time it was too much attack instead of compress.
Sure.
So it was just, yeah.
Yeah, very much so. Any other comments from the ensemble before we? Yeah, Max.
Sometimes when I see your left hand, the fingers are pretty spread apart and you've got like a Nika hand.
And what did that do to you, the player?
It's kind of like 5 extra things to look at.
Okay.
So sometimes it was a little distracting when it would sweep across, especially when your fingers were so open and they would spread out and I had a big mass of things to look at.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is a small comment. Sometimes you'd like play a section and then you'd stop us and then you'd have us play the same thing. And I know you were trying to do like the nonverbal, like get us to follow your comments. But like one of the times I wasn't totally sure what we'd done wrong and I wasn't totally sure how you changed it. So maybe that's like the time for just a quick comment.
Yeah,
So that
it's hard in this setting. Yeah.
It isn't.
Yeah. Are we doing rehearsal or are we kind of using it as a laboratory? I think we're leaning right at this point as being kind of a laboratory for trying. But yeah, you're right. In a rehearsal setting, totally. Don't just stop an ensemble and then, all right, let's do it again. And then but your left hand, real quick. I've had some very nice ideas. Again, just finish through on them. You know, if you want to do, you know, have a longer term phrase. And kind of started out well, and then I may have said that to you before. But it just kind of starts out and then just kind of drops off. So just think of, you know, how can my left hand start an idea and finish that.
I liked a lot of stuff you did. The one place where actually is where you were starting, I think it's measure 15, I believe. You want that nice and sustained, but basically you're doing the same thing with your left hand that you were doing with your right. And I think that's a great place where you could have some type of sustaining gesture.
Yeah.
Instead of saying the same thing with both hands, because that is going to make the ensemble do what? Play louder, probably. Okay? And I don't know if you necessarily want that. I think you want sustain, right?
I wasn't staying in a little louder.
Okay. So I think you could probably do that more effectively in your left hand, doing some type of sustaining gesture, and then showing a little bit more with the right hand. But otherwise, I thought there was a lot of good things going on. But that would be a place I'd look at.
I think you're doing good experimentation too with all the, like trying to figure out the melding stuff. I would just say when you're doing that, in that spot where you want it more on 1 and 3 and less on 2 and 4, don't feel like you need to be a slave to the pattern. You know, it's okay to meld and go out of that somehow, and you just do something different. Because when you do something, it's that whole white noise thing. You know, we get it. It's in 4. It's in 2. We see the pattern. When you break from it, it's something's different. Good.
Yeah, very nice job. It's, yeah, keep using this time to experiment because you have nice control over a lot of things. And it's it's nice that we can ask you to switch something up, or you want to switch something up, and you can do it almost immediately. That's good.